Hey kindergarten, it's Miss V here, and I am about to read one of my favorite books. I always say that because I do love books, and most of the books that I read, I really love. So we're going to get started, and we've kind of been talking about why we do our skywriting every single morning, and it's because letters make words, and words help us to speak and read. So this book is about a dog who learns how to speak. Maybe you know who it is that I'm talking about, but let's see. Actually, let me stop my share really quick and move my screen a little bit. So many technical difficulties. There we go. Now I'll share my screen. Okay. Martha speaks. I hope that soup is gone when I come back in here. Oh, back. The day Helen gave Martha Dog her alphabet soup, something unusual happened. The letters in the soup went to Martha's brain and instead down of her stomach. So look, there's Martha's brain. That's the dog's brain. And she's eating all of the letters. That evening, Martha spoke. Do you see her? She said, "Isn't it time for my dinner?" And look at everyone's faces. They are shocked. Imagine if your dog started speaking out of nowhere. Oh my goodness. Martha's family had many questions to ask her. Of course, she had a lot to tell them. Have you always understood what we were saying? You bet. Do you want to know what Benji is really saying? Why don't you come when we call? You people are so bossy. Come, sit, stay. You never say please. Do dogs dream? Why do you drink out of the toilet? Alphabet soup became part of Martha's regular diet, and the family had a wonderful time surprising people. Walking the dog was always good for a laugh. So they're walking Martha, and look, no one else expects that she's going to talk. And look what Martha says. "Yo, Rinty, good dog, has the flea problem." And look, Rinty's like, "You speak English now?" Pretty funny. I love looking at these illustrations. I think she's going to take a lot of time to read this teacher. Let's see. There we go. They ordered pizza from a different restaurant every night. "How much do I owe you?" Martha's saying that to the person who's sending the pizza. And look at the family behind the door. They're laughing. They taught Martha how to use the phone, but this was a mistake. "Hello, Acme Meat Company. I'd like to make an order." Do you see Martha is ordering things from a meat place because she wants meat? That's pretty silly. Pretty soon more than pizza was being delivered. "But I didn't order any barbecue." That's what the mom's saying. And look, all those guys are bringing these big boxes of meat for Martha. Family and friends were amazed. "Please pass the carcass." Do you see the carcass? This is a carcass. That's like what's left over when you're done eating. She wants to eat it. "Want to go for a walk, Grammy?" That's what Martha's saying. Although there were those who doubted, "There's no such thing as a talking dog," Martha always had the last word. "Speak, Martha." Woof, just kidding. But there was a problem. Now that Martha could talk, there was no stopping her. She said exactly what was on her mind. Oh my goodness, you see this guy right here? Guess what Martha's saying? She doesn't know her rules. She says, "Why is that man so fat?" That guy's going to be really upset. That's not very kind. Oh goodness, Martha's going to get his owners in a lot of trouble. She made embarrassing comments. "Mom said that the fruitcake you sent wasn't fit for a dog, but I thought it was delicious." She's insulting her cooking. And she always told the truth. Look at the dad. He's pointing to this vase over here. And the kids are all blaming each other. They're like, "We didn't do it. I didn't do it." But guess what Martha knows? And Martha's going to tell. And she says, Helen did it. Occasionally, she wondered why her family was often mad at her. Hey, friends, when you can speak, right? When you guys learn to speak because you're kindergartners, you're not babies anymore, comes with a lot of power. You have to be careful what you say because you can really hurt people's feelings, right? I'm sure you've done that before by accident. But she kept on talking. She talked through everyone's favorite TV shows. Oh, so annoying. I've seen this program. Want me to tell you what happens? The giant reptile did, and the other little kids blamed it, but it's okay because Ninja Woman and Environment team up, see if they can look at and look. Martha's just talking and talking, and do you see the people on the couch? They're like, shh. Except her own. She would be quiet during her TV shows. She talked while they were trying to read. There's a poodle over at Circus Street I really like to play with. He's small, but what a dog. And speaking of small, I'm sure you're all curious about the early days of my life. She won't stop talking. Get ready for this next page, you guys. Get ready. We can already tell using our picture power. What is this picture about? Do you see the parents and the family? They're holding their ears. And Martha can't stop talking. She talked and she talked and she talked. Do you want me to read this really fast? I'm not going to read all of it, but I could talk really fast and read really fast. Ready? I was born in a back alley to a poor but loving mother. Although she was a mass breed, Mom. So, wait, I'll try it again. Mom was determined to raise our puppies right and to give us a solid background before we went out into the world for 8 weeks, even before we were. Her family could not stand it, and they said, Martha, please. Oh my gosh. Be quiet. What's wrong? Asked Martha. You talk too much, yelled Father. You never stop, yelled Mother. Sometimes, Helen said, I wish you had never learned to talk. How's Martha feeling? It says Martha was crushed. She was crushed. Oh no. The next day, Martha did not speak. She didn't ask for her dinner or to go out. She often offered no opinions, but lay quietly beneath the kitchen table. At first, her family enjoyed the silence, but after a while, they became worried. What's wrong with Martha? Asked Helen. Martha didn't answer. Helen's father called the vet. There's something wrong with my dog, he said. She won't say a word. Is this some kind of joke? Snapped the vet. Helen offered Martha bowl after bowl of alphabet soup, but Martha had lost her appetite for letters. If you lose your appetite for letters, you'll never learn how to read or how to speak. Oh no, what's going to happen? I wonder. Martha's family wondered if she would ever speak again. Then, one evening, when her family was out, Martha heard the sound of glass breaking. A robber! A burglar! She gasped. I better call the police. She carefully dialed 911 on the phone. But when she opened her mouth to speak, yip, ruff, 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 ruff. Martha hadn't eaten a bowl of alphabet soup in days. All of the letters inside of her brain, they were gone because she didn't eat any alphabet soup, so she can't talk to the policeman to say there's a burglar. Martha raced to the kitchen. She barked. She growled. She tried to look ferocious. Can you look ferocious? Look at me. Okay, good. Look at that robber. He's trying to steal stuff. The burglar wasn't frightened. He picked up a pot from the stove. Uh-oh, thought Martha. It's Taps for sure. I think Martha thinks that he's going to hit her with the pot. But to her surprise, the burglar put the pot down on the floor in front of her. Here, dog, he said, have something nice to eat. What do you think's in there? Oh, snap. The burglar smiled as he closed Martha into the kitchen and went back to robbing the house. Wonder what's going to happen. Silly dog, he said. Lucky for me, you like alphabet soup. It was alphabet soup in the pot. When Martha's family returned, they found the police removing the burglar from their house. How did you know who was robbing our house? Asked Helen. We got a call at the station, said the officer. Some lady named Martha. It was Martha, she called. Good dog, exclaimed her happy family. You're so right, said Martha. Now Martha eats a bowl. Oh, you know what? I think I skipped a page, did I? No, I didn't. Now Martha eats a bowl of alphabet soup every day. She's learning what to say and, really important, when to say it. We learned that in class, right? Rule number 3 is raise your hand to speak, or how to be relevant to what we're talking about. And sometimes she doesn't say anything at all, at least for a few minutes. Yay! That was a great book. Very cool. Okay, hey friends, guess what? It's time to respond to my story. And today our response is 2 things that we know. Characters. Who's in the story? Characters. Okay, so I want you to draw on a paper some of the characters of our story. There's definitely at least 1 character. Can you draw 2 characters? Can you draw 3 characters? There might not be like 3. There's like a couple of friends, but there's definitely 1 main character in the whole book. Okay. And also you're going to draw my setting. Let's do our setting together. Twinkle, twinkle, little star. The setting tells you where you are. Where does the story take place? Does it take place in outer space or in a dentist office, or think about it? Okay, so you guys are going to write both of those things, talk about it with a family member, and draw a picture for me, and I will see you guys soon. Bye.